grown tired of living, and I really didn't have a clue as to where to go next. All I knew is that I didn't want to wake up in the mornings and I didn't want to live like that anymore. As I learned what Hope for Life was, um, I started realizing that there were a lot of things in me that I had no idea were wrong. And I was asked to start looking where things were coming from the pain was coming from, things that were inside that had never been dealt with, that had been put under the rock of my life, if you will. And that place was my family. And I had an issue with that because I've always lived my life thinking that my family was the safe place in my whole life. And I started learning not to continue these behaviors that had been taught at home so that I could continue to live my life not as I have been learning to live it in a dysfunctional way, but living it in a functional way, letting go of all these problems, letting go of habits, bad habits that kept getting me into trouble, reacting to trouble instead of acting upon the things that were bothering me in my life. And that has been the big difference. I have learned to not react in my life, and I have learned to act upon my emotions without having to hurt the person with whom I'm having an issue, a discussion, an exchange, anything. The thing that I have worked the most since I arrived at Hope for Life has been how not to be such a jerk. Today life is good. I mean, it's I have my the idea that I can live my life without any problems is preposterous. There's no such thing, you know. If you want to live your life with no problems, I think you're in the wrong life. I think we're in the wrong place. I owe it all to the discovery of a vertical relationship that comes from the Father, from God, from the realization that I am His son and that I'm learning how to be His son so that I can live the life that is in front of me, giving what He is giving me on a daily basis. Understanding this reality has helped me tremendously to just continue to live my life, whatever is in front of me on a daily basis, without being controlled or affected to such a degree by this life that is in front of me that would keep me from having this relationship in the first place. So it's about getting the love and giving it out in the way that I talk, in the way that I relate to people, in the way that I feel about my day and about the things that I'm thinking, and not the other way around, whereby I am dependent upon what people tell me and I analyze and judge whether I liked it or not and then complain because things are not going my way. That has been the thing that has made the difference in my life, and this is what I live every single day, the presence of God in every single step that I take. And I continue to try to be in contact with that throughout the day, through prayer, through spending time alone, reading the Word sometimes. I'm not a good reader, and but it's always being aware of where I'm at in the day, in the moment, in the presence of my Father, so that I can live as I would like to live, being a son. I didn't want to come to a place like Hope for Life where we talk about God because I repudiated God. I didn't really want to have a relationship with Him, and I have been hurt by the concept of God and religion in general. So take whatever it is that you come in thinking, and just like it happened to me, I had to give it a chance. The best of that I had brought me to the place where I was, where I didn't know what to do with my life anymore. So giving this a chance, giving this an opportunity, giving this an open mind to find out what it's about was key for me. And it continues to make a difference today, because now I understand that I cannot be the one that makes every single decision thinking in terms of how it affects me and me alone. This has been the biggest revelation as well. It's not about living with no problems. I think it's more about living through the problems with the right disposition about life. And, that has been the most amazing part for me. Are we done? Are we
Yes,
done?
yes.
Yes. Yes. Thank God.